Yo, bro, if you feel extremely awkward in social situations and you beat yourself up over it, and people even put you down about it, then this is the video for you. And I just want to say that I've definitely been in your shoes where you're in social situations. Maybe you're on a date, maybe you're approaching a woman that you want to talk to, or maybe you're just talking to some old friends or somebody that you used to be close to. It's like you don't really know what to say. You don't feel like you fit in. You feel like you're in the wrong place. And I completely get that because I've been there. Sometimes I would just stand there. I would be fidgety. I would do things with my hands. And this is not normal shyness. This social awkwardness is something that I can't even really explain. You can't logically explain the social awkwardness. It's just like you see it. If you see it, then you know it. But what I can explain is the pain, all the pain that this social awkwardness caused. It caused me to get drunk. It caused depression and anxiety, mental anguish and turmoil. I remember I'd probably go talk to somebody. I see a shorty that I like, you know what I mean? And I go talk to her, and I probably that's how I would sound when I talk to her. And then I'd stutter and stuff like that. Sometimes I wouldn't know what to say. I'd trip up over my words, and I'd be devastated. I'd be so devastated. I've been fighting with this my entire life. This social awkwardness is taking away friends. I've had lack of friends because I was socially awkward. It's taking away job opportunities. I got rejected for jobs because of this. This has ruined my dating life. So this social awkwardness is really taken away from the life that you deserve. Think about it. You could literally have everything you want in life. You could have your own business. You could finally start that YouTube channel, but you feel awkward. You could just finally attract the lady, the shawty that you want, but you just awkward. You socially awkward. Now, here's the good news about being socially awkward. It's not permanent. Yes, even if you're autistic, even if you're on the spectrum. That's right, motherfucker. You don't have no excuses. It's possible. Why? Why do I say that it's not permanent? Because I am on the spectrum. I am autistic. And I fixed it. I literally found a way to be less socially awkward. Did I get rid of my social awkwardness 100%? No. But did I find a way to cope with it? Did I find a way to deal with it? And most importantly, did I let it stop me? Hell no, I ain't let it stop me. I did my thing. And you can too. So it'll be better if you understand why you are socially awkward. And then once you understand why you're socially awkward, then it'll be way more easy for you to manage it and deal with it. Here's where social awkwardness comes from. It's what nobody talks about. It's not that you don't practice your social skills enough. It's not that, even though that's part of it, right? If you don't get out the house, and yet you're going to be socially awkward. So social awkwardness really comes from a lack of internal confidence, a lack of self-belief, a lack of self-esteem, a lack of love for yourself. And there's plenty of things that can cause this lack of love, this lack of confidence, this low self-esteem. One of the biggest things that causes social awkwardness is porn and masturbation, because I know a lot of dudes be doing that. And it will destroy you. Porn will destroy you as a masculine man. It will completely destroy your masculinity and everything. And then, of course, beating yourself up and negative self-talk. And then certain things like not being where you want to be in life. So what we tend to do is we tend to internalize all of these things. And we have a lot of self-blame. We blame ourselves for everything that's out of our control, even the mistakes that we've made. And what it does is it causes us not to believe in ourselves. It causes us a lack of confidence. A, because it's like a self-belief thing, and then B, because we don't believe in ourselves, then we don't try. We don't reinforce good habits, right? So one thing that I did to become more charismatic and less socially awkward was I changed my habits, because I struggled a lot with porn, honestly, and I struggled with a lot of things, even with drinking. I stopped drinking. I quit self-loathing. I quit majority of my negative self-talk, even though I'm not perfect, right? I haven't gotten rid of all of it. But I tried my best to stop all that. What I started doing was I started developing my relationship with God. I started becoming more spiritual. I started meditating more. I started praying more, being present with God when I'm praying also. If you don't feel God's presence, you have to be present with him when you pray. That's another topic for another video. I started reading and learning, and one of the biggest things, I started developing my discipline, and I did that through going to the gym and building an aesthetic physique. And now I'm, more confident. Now I'm more confident in my body. I love the way that my body is. So I put in the hard work. I became more disciplined, and I developed this inner strength and confidence. And that is what translated to me being more confident in my social skills. So now, especially when it's not winter, when I don't have to wear a jacket, or when people are checking me out, I'm so confident in myself. Like I practice my social skills, and I'm not gonna lie, my social skills I still have social anxiety. I still deal with things. Sometimes I'm not my most confident, and that's human, but I still practice. I show up for myself. I show up for myself by, if I see a shawty that I like, I go and I talk to her. I might mess up, I might fumble, but I don't beat myself up over it. At least I try not to. I've been dealing with that, issue of beating myself up over it. And when I start beating myself up over it, what I do is I try to tell myself, hey, you did it. You did what you were supposed to do. And that's it. You are who you are. You can't control certain things about yourself. All you can do is get better. That's what the red pill, if you've been listening to red pill content, this is why you beat yourself up, because you feel like you're supposed to be performing, and you base your self-value off of external things. So all of this gave me the confidence to try even harder, which reinforces my identity that I'm. And another thing I do, I'll say affirmations. I'm charismatic, I'm confident, I'm strong, I'm attractive. And then when you say these things, you actually, like, don't just say them and don't take action, but you say them, and then you go take action, and you practice. You practice your social skills. You talk to people, and then that reinforces it. That literally reinforces those affirmations you set. And then you keep saying them, then you keep doing the action, and then before you know it, you identify yourself, your self-belief gets, you believe in yourself more. You're more confident. You believe that you're attractive. You believe that you're charismatic. And then you become less awkward. See, I'm still awkward in a sense, but I'm more comfortable with being awkward. There's a difference. Especially if you're autistic, you're going to be a little, like you're going to seem a little different to people right off the rip anyways. So, and you can't change that. So you might as well just embrace it. Be confident and be strong in who you are. Be present with yourself. And being present is a big part of it also. That's true masculinity. That's true strength. But you need all of these things together. You need these habits to change your identity, to change who you are. Prayer, Very important. Meditation, journaling. Journaling is great because you can literally get things off your mind. Helps you clear your mind and have a more, you know, just stable mindset, clear, grounded. And that's what aids you in social skills and stuff. So you just practice, you walk up to people, you say hi, you say hello, hey, how are you? You compliment somebody. If they say thank you, you keep it moving, cool, right? You start small, that's it. And you build your physique. You need to be building your physique. You need, not because you just want to look nice, but you want to be confident in yourself. You want to have that mindset. You know, this builds mindset. This builds character, building your physique. You know what I'm saying? Look at how proud I am of my physique. I'm going to go approach people. I'm literally going to be confident in myself. And you can do the same thing. And if you want a step-by-step, guide on building your physique and stuff like that, I put together a full course with everything I've learned about translating your confidence and your mindset into this physique. So when you build your physique, you're going to get confidence. All your social skills are going to be way better by just literally focusing on your physique and pushing through the discomfort, pushing through the pain. You're building disciplines. You're building discipline, confidence, which is going to make you more attractive to people. Click the link down below if you be interested in looking into that. Well, becoming the man you want to be, it don't got to be difficult. It don't got to be complicated. All you got to do is be you. Be comfortable with who you are. Something that's really funny is in the gym. There'll be things in the gym like my warm-up that I don't want to do. I never want to do my warm-up. I don't feel like doing it. I do fire hydrants, mountain climbers, and some type of other exercise. I don't even know what it's called, but it's, it requires cardio. Like it requires cardiovascular strength. And I just don't feel like doing it. It's that's the worst part of my workout. But I do it anyways. And I feel good afterwards. It makes my workout better. Sometimes you gotta do things you don't feel like doing. Sometimes you gotta do things that are uncomfortable. Just like approaching people and talking to them. Remember, every rep, the more and more and more you do something, the better you get. Just like with the gym. So if you can be confident with the gym, if you can be disciplined with that, then you can definitely translate that over to your social life. But the gym, that's the foundation. Your fitness, your health, that's the foundation. Like, comment, subscribe, never give up. Your younger self's rooting for you. Peace.